everyone, it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, hi, hello. In today's video, I have a small haul and an update because I haven't posted in forever and I haven't updated projects in forever, and that's because I literally have nothing to update except for maybe my strawberry shortcake project pan, and that's just because I have used up a couple of things. But other than that, things are slow going because I just have not been wearing makeup. Today's the first time in at least the last 3 weeks, I think I've worn makeup 2 times, maybe 3 times if I'm lucky. And we'll talk about what's on my eyes a little bit further in the video. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, but we're going to talk about some of the things I picked up, what I've tried, what I haven't tried. And yeah, so if you're new here, new to my channel, hey, hi, hello. I am normally way more active than this, but the last kind of year-ish, I've been dealing with some pretty serious, not only mental health issues, but physical issues. I have some damage to my spinal cord, and I have enough pressure on it right now to cause paralysis. And I really probably should have just went ahead and had surgery last year, but I ended up with double pneumonia and RSV and just didn't feel comfortable with it. And so I am seeing my surgeon on April 15th, but I've asked to have surgery on Memorial Day weekend, which is at the end of May here in the US. So we're kind of speeding toward that goal. I have been really busy, to be quite honest. I have a freelance opportunity kind of fell into my lap, and I've been working on stuff for that for the last 2 weeks. And I think once I get a better kind of system in place and trying to just kind of get into a routine, I told Rob several times, I was like, I need to get back into wearing makeup because I miss wearing makeup. I played with makeup today and I had so much fun. So yeah. What do you think of this shirt? I love it. It's from Torrid. They don't have this color anymore. I wish I'd bought the red, but they don't have it either. So I may have to search Poshmark, but yeah. Okay, so even though I haven't been wearing makeup, I have been buying makeup. I think the last time I talked to you about a haul, I picked up a couple of things from Give Me Glow. Well, since then, I've picked up a few more things from Give Me Glow. She had her blushes and bronzers on sale, I think buy one, get 2 free. And then she had a 25 off code that you can stack on top of it. So initially I bought the Vintage Rose palette, the remastered Vintage Rose palette, and I bought a couple of the blushes. Well, since then I've purchased more. I picked up one of the bronzer. This is Bronzed Bombshell, and this is in Ocean Drive. I'm on the fence about this bronzer, which is so weird because it feels like it's just a completely different formula than it is with the blushes. I have it on today, and even powdering before I put it on, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but I feel like it just grabbed right there and it looks a little bit blotchy. I don't have that problem with the blush, but I've had that problem with the bronzer. I've worn it 3 times now, so not my favorite, but I love the color, but it's just not my favorite bronzer whatsoever. Hopefully I haven't already filmed this haul. If I have, whatever. And I can't remember which blushes I picked up. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I do. I picked up one in a melon. The issue with this is I thought it was going to be a bit more like peachy, salmony. No, it's orange. And if you've been here for a while, you know that I don't really love orange blush. He's orange. The problem is it's hard to tell by the pictures on the website because they're all kind of swatched together and then they only have them labeled on one picture. So I am on the fence about whether or not I'll keep this color. This formula is absolutely amazing. It's called the Dream Blush. Works like a dream. Blends out beautifully. It's really pigmented. I'm wearing one of them today. I don't remember what the color is. So yeah, but wait a minute. So I think I had the Legally Pink Freak in the plastics before, and I picked up Dear Diary, which I believe is the one I'm wearing today, and then that one in the melon and the bronzer. Really pretty, really nice formula. I really love all of them. Hate the packaging because it gets so dirty. Love the formula. Let's see, what else did I get? I picked up the one thing I said I wasn't going to get. This is the whole reason why I started the Gimme Douglow project. which I have used some of those eyeshadows a couple of times, but I picked up this. This is the Pastel Dreams palette by Give Me Glow. This is again another remastered palette. So I actually used, the Vintage Rose 2 times, maybe 3 times. And I have to say that the formula is good, like good. I think the shimmers could stand to be a bit more special. They're still kind of like regular, kind of shimmery, although a couple of them have a bit of glitter to them. They are so buttery and smooth, but you know what? So are the mattes. The mattes are so buttery. I don't know where she went or what she did, but I feel like it was for the best, and I hope that she'll continue, because I will, if she brings out the Vivid Rose, I'll be the first person in line to get that one. It is so pretty. Yeah, these mattes are just so buttery and just, oh, they blend like a dream. I'm very, very happy that I can go back to purchasing her eyeshadows and, you know, recommending her eyeshadows. I have all of the shimmers, I believe, that were in the 36mm pans, but I hadn't purchased any of the newer palettes past the 2 moods, because I picked up that butterfly palette and it was just so bad. But the remastered palettes, the 2 that I have so far, have been really, really good. And then the last 2 things I picked up were mini highlighters. They're in 36mm pans. I'm wearing one of them today. I'm actually wearing this one. It's so pretty, so pretty. It's so pretty. I mean, this would also work as an eyeshadow, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And again, blended out, I use like a, not a fan brush, but like a more kind of floppy brush. And just, oh, so pretty. Even put it on the tip of my nose, so pretty. And then the other one, so I don't remember, Welcome to My Dollhouse, and then You Want a Peach of Me. And this one is just like, you know, a lot of different orangey, kind of pinky, pinky ones, but so pretty. They're both so pretty. The small pans are 15, 10, 15? I don't remember. Anyway, she was running another sale, but I was like, I don't need another damn thing from her. So, yeah. So 10 out of 10, I recommend the 2 eyeshadow palettes that I, purchased. If that is the formula that is throughout all of the reboots, 100% would recommend. Again, it's just, the mattes are, if you like the Cosmic Brushes mattes, then you'll like these mattes. Speaking of, Inslee Rain. You guys know I love Inslee Rain. I've gone on and on about Inslee Rain. Well, they got themselves into some hot water. I'm not going to get into it here, but if you search, do a Google search, there is an entire Reddit thread, and there's probably more than one, that just kind of goes into all of the problematic behavior. I know some people are the type of people who can separate the business from the person, but I am not one of those people, and I am not one of those people who can support a company that is so anti-trans, anti-LGBTQ, and has some tendencies toward white supremacy. So I can't support that. Now, when I do finally get back to sharing painting videos, you're gonna see me use those palettes, but that's in no way me endorsing them as they stand today. So unfortunately, that is what it is, but I mentioned before this election, and now that we're in this dumpster fire of a presidency, that I'm not a political party. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm pro-human rights. And if you are trying to take away the basic human rights of someone else, then I have a problem with it. And if you support people who have an issue with other people just living their lives, then I take issue with that too. So anyway, just a little disclaimer. You will see me using their stuff, but that is in no way me endorsing them. Okay, so the next order I made was with Shop Miss A. I needed some more sponges. These sponges are my absolute favorite. They're the microfiber sponges. This is the one I used today. I think these are the ones that are trying to dupe the Juno & Co. I never tried that one, but I love these so much. Beautiful. Now, I will say that I picked up, they have a mini sponge. Skip this. This is like hard as a rock. I prefer the ones from Real Techniques for under my eye. Really beautiful. They blend out the concealer beautifully. So I would say skip this one. But all of the sponges from Shop Miss A are really good. I prefer the microfiber ones, but I also don't mind the other ones. I picked up some more lashes. I felt like I didn't have any lashes, which is not true, but I felt that way. I love their Paw AOA lashes. These are the AOA Studio, what are they called? I can't remember if they're called Paw or something. So these are in Nora. I really like these because they are longer in the center. So they kind of round your eye out, where today I have some that are half lashes that are more like cat eye. So they draw my eye up. They had some of these Magical Girl. I guess these are manga. Is that how you pronounce that? These are in Suki. They're really pretty. And then last but not least, I bought a 5-pack. And these are in Elydia, maybe? I don't know. I thought they were real pretty too. I love these lashes. Now they have other ones like they're the Pro lashes. I don't like those. I feel like those are more plasticky than these are. But anyway, these are the ones that I'm wearing today. These are half lashes off of Amazon. So really pretty. Yeah, anyway. I picked up some face products. Let me talk about the one thing I got from Ulta. So I placed an Ulta order because I needed I wanted a jumbo, I used the Biolage Scalp Care, like, clarifying shampoo once a week, and I'm just about out of it, so I bought a new one. But I wanted to try the ColourPop highlighters. This is beautiful. I have it on, you can't see it, but it's under this today. This is gorgeous. Like, you just need one little dot, and it is very pink and iridescent. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's so pretty. I also picked up one from Essence, but that one smells like paint thinner, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But yeah, so I got 2 makeup things from Ulta, and that was one of them. Really, really pretty. Okay, so let's talk about what I picked up from Shop Miss A other than their sponges. The one thing that I 179% recommend is their AOA Brow Pencil. Let me find it. I don't know what it's called. They didn't really have any of the colors that I needed when I looked. This is the Slim Brow Pencil. It is a very tiny print. This is better than any high-end I've ever used in my life, and this lasted me forever. This is just so good. It's creamy without being like oily. It is you can define it. Like, I love these brow so much. They don't have them right now. They say they're still available and they're coming back. I don't know when they'll restock them. They do have some colors. They just don't have the color I use. But yeah, 110 recommend these. So good. I picked up a new foundation. This is their Dewy Blend Foundation. This is what I'm wearing today, and I'll insert a picture of it, what it looked like when I first applied it before I put powder on top of it. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I have the shade L2. I was worried this was going to be too dark, but it's actually a pretty decent color match for me. And it is a bit dewy, but they have a matte one that looks really pretty. I 10 out of 10 recommend the satin ones. I love the Paw Paw concealer. I don't need a new concealer, so I didn't pick up a concealer from them. But I've seen this a couple of times in the past, and I wanted to pick it up, and I'm really glad I did. The other thing I picked up were a couple of mascaras. This is their curling mascara. I had the yellow one, which is the lengthening mascara. That's a really good mascara. And then I picked up this one, Fall Lash. This is one of those, it's a weird one, but it's in brown. And I actually have this on today, but of course you can't see it because I'm wearing falsies. But love their mascaras so much. I picked up one of their kind of liquid blushes, which I'm also wearing today. This is so pretty. This is called like Golden Oak. The weirdest name ever in your life. But it's really pretty. It blended out beautifully. And it's just a really pretty pink. And you only need 1 or 2 drops. And it blended out so pretty. So I really like that. And again, I'm wearing it today. I topped it with powder so you can't necessarily see it. But I really like it. Another one I really liked is the Everglow highlighter. This is in something pink. I don't remember exactly, but talk about not pink. This is very much one of those kind of I mean, just about like the Gimme Glow one I have actually, but it's very iridescent, really, really pretty. The powder feels a little bit dry, but it blends out beautifully. So, I mean, I can't recommend it because I haven't necessarily used it enough times to say, and it's not like this where I knew right away. If you're someone with dry skin, this is gorgeous. I'll have to let you know on that one. I also picked up this. This was just another highlighter. I've been in a highlighter mood. But it's like a kind of lavender purpley one. And I thought it was really pretty. Really, really pretty. And then I picked up their Air Cream Cushion Foundation. I think this is also L2. This feels, it's not a cushion, it's a cream foundation. I haven't worn this, but this feels really nice too. The color is a little different. But I'll report back, but it's really pretty. I tried that L'Oreal the Lumi tint or whatever. Lord have mercy on my soul. It was so, I got like 120, which is supposed to be neutral. It was so flippin' orange. I'll insert a picture of it if I can find it. Yeah, it was just, oof, I didn't like it, so sent that back. Okay, so last but not least, a couple of years ago, it might have been the end of 2023, I posted a video about brands I thought that were overhyped and brands that I thought were underhyped. And one of the brands that I mentioned that were overhyped was Nomad Cosmetics. Now, after saying that, well, before saying that, I had tried like 6 of their palettes. I had the Tokyo one, the Cartagena Mehega, is that the one that was? The orange and the yellow, red, and orange one, or pink and orange. I had the Iceland palette. I got that first Tropical Paradise palette with the turtles. I feel like I'm missing a palette. They all went to their homes because I was just like, the formula, I just didn't love the formula. Well, I mentioned in that video that their color stories suck me in. And then I'd heard someone mention, it may have been Angie from Angelica Nyquist, say that she thought that the formula had changed and for the better. So I picked up this. The Chamonix palette by Nomad Cosmetics. It's what's on my eyes today, which looking at the mattes, this row right here, you wouldn't think that that's what this would translate to. So I have on all 3 of these mattes and all 3 of these shimmers. This is what's in my inner corner. This is on the inner part of my lid. This is on the outer part of my lid. Color me sold. Color me sold. I am very happy with this palette. Now, I will say I had an issue with it. I had one arrived broken. One of the shadows arrived broken. There was no padding in the envelope. I don't know if any of you guys had the same issue. Like, no padding whatsoever. If it literally came in like just a cardstock mailer. And I reached out to them, and one of the owners wrote back, and she's like, no, we use padded. It's just not padded with bubble wrap. And I was like, I'm not kidding you when I tell you there's no padding in the envelope. It tore through the envelope. There was no padding in the envelope. So they literally overnighted me a new palette, and I got it, and then that envelope had denim in it. And because I'd already suggested that, I know they make mailers with denim in them. Why don't they try that? And that's what it came in, and it came perfect. So I am 110% happy with this. Again, I've only used it the one time, but if the other mattes blend like this, color me sold. The other palette I'm really interested in is in the Chicago Speakeasy palette. That one, like I said before in that video, it's like they get me with their color stories. Their color stories, and this is a me palette. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If it had purple in it, it would be like the perfect palette. But it is such a me palette, and I thought, you know what, I want to give them a go. The other company I've considered giving another go to would be Bella Beauté Bar. I didn't love the pastel palette that I got from them, and I was pissed off at the lack of customer service that I received because it arrived broken. I reached out to Root, and no, it was lost. It was lost. And I reached out to Root because I always buy the Root protection if it's available. And they were like, we can't replace anything because it says it wasn't dropped off at the post office. And then the owner's like, oh yeah, I'll get it in the mail in the next couple of days. And like 10 days later, she still hadn't put it in the mail. And then I was like, I want a refund. And she's like, well, it went in the mail today and I finally got it. And I didn't care for it. Like I really didn't care for the formula. But I think I was also a little bit pissed off at the owner for the complete and total shit show her customer service was. So I may give them another go. Again, it's like, Misty, you're not even wearing makeup. Like Cosmic Brushes has that new palette. Actually, it's pretty similar to this one, isn't it? And I thought, no, I'm not going to buy any more eyeshadow palettes. I was going to do an eyeshadow bank, but I just don't think that I am in the right headspace for that, you guys. I think I took on too much. So I will probably try to start updating projects, but it's probably going to be more of, okay, this is not going to work. Let me try something different than anything else. So yeah, so that's it. That was a lot of talky. So love the Chamonix, I believe is how Rob, no, Chamonix palette by Nomad. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Love the palettes from Give Me Glow. 10 out of 10 recommend. Love the blushes from Give Me Glow. Not in love with the bronzer. Highlights are beautiful. So yeah, all in all, it was a successful shopping adventure over the last, I mean, I've had this Give Me Glow stuff now for over a month, but yeah. So anyway, that's it. I miss you guys. I really do. I get so frustrated because like I did my content calendar for February and I have all of my projects plugged in and I just haven't been wearing makeup. I hadn't even been doing my skincare or body care either, and I made it a mission to use up this. You guys know I love Bath Betty. Well, I picked up one of their body oils. This is a blackberry amber bath and body oil. Holy cannoli, does this smell good. Oh my word, I'm gonna buy the rest of them. I think she has like 9 left. Oh, there's some in it, yay. She has an inventory group on Facebook where you can buy stuff on sale, but I was like, I need to use it up so I can buy some more. But my goal is to get through, I think I have, Rob's like, why do you have so many lotions on your nightstand? And I was like, well, I need to be using them and I haven't been using them. So that's my goal going forward, is to get all of the lotions that are currently half used and on my nightstand off of them so I can make him feel a little bit better, because he's like, why are there so many lotions on your nightstand? I'm like, that's the reason why. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to my Jolie Fidel channel. That's where I do planning videos and crafting videos. I have my At Home with Misty channel where I'm doing my weight loss journey. I gained a pound since the middle of February. Nope, since the middle of January. But I have completely gone down a pant size, which is good. And so yeah, I feel good about my progress over there. Do I feel good about my progress over here? No. Will we get there? Yes. So anywho, that's it. I haven't even been watching YouTube because I haven't had time to watch YouTube. Like I said, I took on this kind of freelance thing and I get paid by the project. So I'm like, we need the extra money. So let me, and that's how I got this palette and that stuff, because I'm like, at least let me make my own spending money. So that's what I've been doing. But friends, I really love you so very much. I hope you have a good day, night, week, wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video at some point in our lives. I promise. Bye for now.